Hey everybody, this is Tim Knight. I'm back from Myrtle Beach in the Slopefest East. And I did a post late last night recounting some of my travels, so I got kind of new posted on that sort of soon. So if you want to thumb back, kind of read it, you might want to check it out. Um, Also, as usual, if you don't mind clicking on an ad or two, I would appreciate that, since we Bears probably could use every penny we can get these days. Anyway, um, a gentleman wrote today saying he's been battered the past couple of weeks and he'd really love to see a video. I was going to do a video anyway because I want to just kind of speak freeform here about the market. And, simply stated, my feeling is that if tomorrow, that is Tuesday, the carpet doesn't get pulled out from under the bulls, just forget it because at this point, really the only turning point that makes sense for the Bears would be for the announcement in all capital letters to come out from the Fed, and for whatever reason for it to be some kind of disappointment for the market to sell off. If we just keep rallying, Lord, just buy Priceline, Salesforce.com, and Apple, and turn your monitor off because that seems to be the way to go. Those things just keep going up. So yeah, here's the ES. Another big rally today. As I mentioned, kind of in passing, both on Friday and I re-mentioned it today. I did have a large long SPY position, which took a good bit of the sting out of today. I also picked up some longs whose charts, some of them I just love, and others are kind of bounce plays. But let's just take a real quick look at a few indexes here. The story is pretty much as follows. The prospect of a Head and Shoulders top is dead because everything is blown past the left shoulder here, so forget it. And B, the only kind of hope for the Bears at this point, if we do keep rallying, is to work our way back up to that big broken trend line, which has various forms depending on indexes you're looking at. But, this notion about September being the month of the Bears, it's been a total disaster. I've had a wreck of a month so far. So this whole seasonal thing, just forget it. September has stunk. Anyway, assets are inflating all over the place, whether you're talking about precious metals or indexes or anything else. Gold, as has been the case for a while, has continued to look strong. I did the chart earlier today of GDX. Here's one item I want to point out in particular. And by the way, I don't mind that these videos are restricted to 10 minutes. I've kind of looked at videos on some other sites, they go on for like half an hour. I would lose interest at that point, so I don't mind kind of rushing through this a bit. But anyway, I've mentioned the diamond pattern on the Indu. It's still here, but it's been broken to the upside. If memory serves, there was kind of no, it's not Dish. I'm trying to think of, there was some other diamond pattern. Okay, I'm embarrassing myself by not remembering here. That broke to the upside. Suffice it to say, it really went up a lot. So this, as far as this diamond pattern means some sort of top, we can also forget that because it is really just blown right past it. Indeed, it's even blown past this horizontal line, which was one of the very last nails. So we're actually heading up toward, incredibly, the highs of April 26. Aren't that far off, which is this big Fibonacci level as well. So across the board, a lot of strength, small caps in particular. I think the statistic I read was that on the Russell 3000, 17 to 1 advances to decliners. So tremendous amount of strength in the small caps. And, if the market's just going to go really gangbusters, I mean, you could see it bust above this kind of level on the NDX to really soar there. And I don't, it's funny today because the day actually started off pretty good, and I was watching for the housing numbers to come out, and I thought they came out at 10 o'clock, and the market seemed to be just kind of tootling along there, and then we just shot higher. I'm not sure exactly if that was the NBR declaring the end of the recession over a year ago or what, but I haven't been involved in the comment section enough to really follow it. I know that those who follow Attila have mentioned that he called for a lift on OEX to about 525 or so. Hats off again to Attila. He's really been spot on lately, and I've been watching that 525 level with some interest. I'm not really sure of the basis of it, but as I say, he's been hitting them out of the park for a while here, and so that's worth taking some note of. But the long story short is that there's just strength all over the place. In fact, the only thing that was even a little bit relatively weak, as I mentioned, was the semiconductors, the stocks, and we're heading up toward closing up this gap. But there was really no place for the bears to hide today. And having said that, let me just show you a few of the longs that I've gotten involved in. Some of them, like this one, are strictly bounce plays. So there's BHI. Whereas some others are essentially at lifetime highs, and I just really like the pattern. I guess I'm in a good frame of mind right now because I've been spending a lot of time looking at patterns and charts for a different project I'm working on, and it continues to impress me just how tremendous a move stocks can make over the long haul. And some of these younger stocks I've been looking at, I just really like how they look. This is another kind of bounce play here with a pretty safe pullback. CPE is that one. Here's one, CPX, I've mentioned a few times before, continue to be very strong. This one I just love. This is the kind of stock which even I could picture holding on to for the long haul, because I love the volume's not doing much, which is a little bit bothersome, but the price pattern is just sensational. This is EDU. I just love this chart. This pattern is massive, spanning years here, and we had another nice little break above that smaller pattern there. So EDU, I just love it. Another one I've mentioned before, which is just terrific, is INFN. Volume picture here is a lot prettier. I really like how the volume is pushed up on this lately, and we had a nice additional push higher today of nearly 8%. Sound like Mr. Bull here, but these are my bullish plays. Here's JASO, which I've also mentioned before. Love this pattern. Just terrific. Good, strong burst in volume, but the fact that it's pushed higher than this is very attractive. Here's LO, kind of a nice long-term pattern. PetSmart, PETM, same deal. RAX, a smaller pattern, yes, but still very attractive. And past year or so, a nice increase in volume. But I do like the look of this one. SOL, beautiful push higher today. Volume not doing anything particularly interesting, but I love how it's pushed above this wedge. WL, obviously more of a bounce play as opposed to a breakout play. And finally, XEL, up to new highs there. Very pretty pattern. So I wanted to show you that I am trying to balance things out with some longs, especially some that I find just really good possible long-term holds. I've still got a bunch of shorts. They're all small, with one or two ETF exceptions. But with the market so strong today, what was the Indu at? The Indu went up 145 points. It was not a good day for me, but it certainly wasn't the wreck that I might have had if I'd come in completely short. The long hedge definitely took some of the sting out. But all eyes are going to be 2:15 EST Tuesday. It's pretty apparent to everyone what the Fed's going to say in terms of interest rate policy. But what people want to find out is, what are they going to say about their balance sheet? What are they going to say about the famed QE2 and so forth? And whether it goes up or down, no one knows. But I can guarantee one thing. It's going to spaz out for some number of minutes after that announcement. It's always insane. So anyway, a lot of uncertainty here. Fulcrum point is tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. But that's where things are at. A few ideas for you to think about. And good luck tomorrow. I think we're all going to need it.